Your court television news starting now.
Good morning, everybody, and I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday morning, the first Sunday of December. It is December the 3rd. Yes, we are getting into that. Well, no, we're not getting. We just finished our first weekend of December, as a matter of fact. So I hope you got some of that Christmas shopping done, because it's going to be coming sooner than you think it will. But let's not think about that. Let's just say hello. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. I know it's about 8 o'clock for my friends on the West Coast, about 11 o'clock for my friends on the East Coast. For us in the middle, it's either 9 o'clock like it is for me here in New Mexico, or Nuevo Mexico, as it is pronounced. And it is 10 o'clock for those in the Midwest. So welcome to all my friends around the United States. Welcome to all my friends around the world, okay? I know we've got friends from across the pond, I guess is how they say, in the UK, friends in Australia, New Zealand, India. Shout out to everybody. Want to say welcome to all the members of the jury. Saw plenty of you already out in the chat this morning. And I want to say thank you for being here early and joining me for this end of the week court news update. I want to say thank you to all the mods for being here this morning. Appreciate all your hard work and your continued support here at the NJCourts TV channel. Cheers to those that are waking up and having a nice coffee. Most of y'all know I don't drink coffee, but I was hoping to have a little hot chocolate this morning. Ran out of milk. That's my fault. But I do have some strawberry milk. Can you guys see it? All right, I don't want to tilt it and make a mess. But sipping on some of that strawberry milk, which is one of my favorites. So cheers to all my friends this morning. And hey, if you're enjoying an adult beverage, why not? It's Sunday. Hey, and it's football Sunday, as a matter of fact. So got me a little banana and orange I'm going to be eating while we're maybe watching a clip or two. That way you don't hear my stomach grumbling. It's kind of a little hungry this morning. But, boy, we got a little bit of news to give you guys updates on. First and foremost, we actually had a court hearing go on December 1st, all right? So I'm going to be giving you an update on that. That is going to be for the Tommy James court coverage that we started last week, okay? And for those of you that are kind of just joining us in the middle of that coverage, don't worry. I'm going to give you kind of a brief summary this morning before we get into the updated news regarding that court case. We're also going to be discussing, as you saw in the thumbnail, the Controlla court case that's going to be coming up tomorrow. I've got a clip that I'm going to be playing for you this morning that has to do with that update. We're going to be playing a couple of clips, as a matter of fact. And for those of you that are going to kind of need a little bit of a brief summary to catch us up for tomorrow, I'll give that to you. I'm not going to be going all the way back. We did that not too long ago. We actually went and did a kind of like play-by-play of every court hearing since the start of this whole case with the Controlla court coverage, okay? Only thing I didn't have was the hearing from the grand jury trial, which nobody, including the public, has access to that. And as well as the very first, I guess you could consider it, maybe it was just, it was either a virtual or over the phone type of hearing that Controlla had. And I mean, nothing was even done on that. It was just an arraignment date was set from that, if I'm not mistaken. So technically, out of all the hearings that this individual's had in regards to their current court case, which for some of you that may have forgot, stems from the alleged accident that they were involved in that involved injuring allegedly their child, a passenger of the other vehicle that they allegedly hit. And all this while they were live streaming, or again, the alleged cause of this accident was due to the distraction of live streaming or using her mobile device, is what the state is alleging and charging this individual currently with. Most importantly, most important charge out of all this is going to be the, third degree child endangerment charge that Controlla is facing, which is a felony. If she is found guilty of that felony, that would make her second felony in the state of New Jersey. Currently, she has one felony in the state of New Jersey, and if I'm not mistaken, she has two felonies in the state of New York. Okay. But out of some of the other charges, like, for example, using a mobile device while operating a vehicle, that's more of a traffic citation. That's something that's part of her plea deal. We're gonna discuss this here, but that's something on the minor side that she would be pleading guilty to versus the big, big, big charge that she's looking at right now, which is going to probably come with some jail time based on what we've been hearing. And we're going to, like I said, we're going to listen to a few of the hearings to catch us kind of up before tomorrow's hearing. But the big one, like I said, was the third-degree child endangerment charge, which is a felony that she's facing. Let's see here. So we discussed a little bit about Tommy James. We're going to be discussing Controlla. Oh, in the thumbnail, we're also going to have a little bit of a brief discussion on the Skimask Andy court trial, or what's going on with him. For just in case for some of you those that missed our last kind of update. Nothing too long, just because we've already done a few updates on that, but just to kind of catch everybody up on what happened on the last hearing, since there obviously wasn't, and I explained it in the kind of last update. Was there no video or audio for that last hearing? So I'll kind of give you guys another update on what happened in that hearing, because you're going to have to hear it from me because I'm the one that took the notes. And then let's see. And I'm going to share a little bit about something, a clip that was shared with me in regards to the Michelle Sabate DUI hearing, a court case that we have just started coverage on. And for those of you that don't know who that is, Michelle Sabate is her legal name, but her internet name is Michelle Goes Live, MGL. And I just want to clarify that, because I think some people were getting confused, because another YouTuber by the name of Molly Goes Lightly goes by that same MGL. That is not who we're discussing in this case. This case, we're referring to the individual that goes legally by the name of Michelle Sabate, or otherwise known as Michelle Goes Live /MGL. Dab a little bit into that case, just a little. So that should be kind of like our little itinerary for what we got going on for today's, or this morning's, court case update, end of the week, court case updates. And of course, if anything else pops up in chat, anything else that pops up that we may want to discuss, hey, we're certainly going to discuss it. All right. So again, thank you guys for joining me. Let me just kind of give me a minute to kind of get situated here. Let me get chat pulled up here. Oh, and I want to say, I owe a shout out. I guess this came through right at the end as I was ending the live stream for my last live stream. And I missed another member. I guess it's kind of like a member recognition for a member, completing kind of like a birthday, or, like a 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, up to now. I think we've got some 8 month, almost 9 month memberships that I saw the other day. And with that, it allows the member to put out a comment. So we had a member turn, and again, I do not know. I want to say it's probably like they're 4 or 5. Maybe they're an OG status 6 month. Okay. But they're already an OG because they're part of the mod squad. Okay. And they're a personal friend of mine. So that being said, I want to say, Dawson, thank you so much for being a continued member of the jury. I apologize that I didn't catch your membership comment and wasn't able to post that. But want to say thank you again for your continued support as a member of the jury. And as we always say, thank you to all our continued support for all our members. This Gabble Slam, and if you all join me in the chat, spam them if you got them, goes out to you. And again, thank you everybody that's part of the jury members, because you guys are continued support every month, and that is a key factor to allowing this channel to continue the coverage that we do. So I really appreciate it. And we're also going to be having, okay, I didn't, I thought I spilled something. Here pretty soon, once my back's finally healed up, we're going to be having a kind of a end of the year member only party. All right. I didn't forget. Got a couple of things I owe. End of the year member party. Once the back heals, I got a polar plunge, which I may have coming up here this week. So polar plunge, that's just me jumping. Actually, that might be good for my back. Okay. So I may have found a spot where it is going to be cold, maybe, but it's definitely going to be really cool and definitely a cool place to do a polar plunge. So that may be coming up this week. All right. And I'll go more into that towards the end of the show. Also, I also owe a crab dance extravaganza / crab dance # crab dance on them haters extravaganza for all the awesome support that we received. And as a matter of fact, that reminds me now, put this, that's the wrong banner. Here's the correct banner. There we go. For all this awesome support that we already had for this start of the attending MGL hearing in Georgia court case fundraiser. All right. In just a couple of days, we've already raised $330. So I want to say thank you, and a big, big thank you to everybody that's helped with that support. And like I said, I didn't forget, as soon as this back heals, we're going to have a huge crab dance extravaganza to say thank you for everybody. All right. That takes care of all the thank yous, the hellos, I think. Let's get this show started. Got about 120 of y'all in here in chat, so I appreciate it. And let's get going. So, get my comments here. Got you guys here on the phone so I can see all the members of the jury spam them emojis. And for some of you new members, in case you just didn't notice, you now have these really cool emojis that you get to use, okay? That's one of the perks as being a member of the jury. As well as if you go to the main channel page for the NJCourts channel, you'll see a new tab that you never saw before that's going to say members, all right? So if you haven't checked it out, check that out. And again, I want to welcome all the new members of the jury, and I want to say thank you to all those that have donated those memberships, okay? You know who you are, and a big, big thank you to you all. Okay. So let's get started. Let's start with Tommy, because that was some pretty important news, especially those that are following that case. So let's just give you a brief summary of what happened. All right. So Tommy James, for some of you that may not even know who that individual is, you're about to meet them. You're going to see them on a clip that we're going to share. They are an IRL streamer. They're self-proclaimed rapper, producer. They're, I guess you can say, hail from the IP2 community. Let's see what else. That's pretty much it. Just kind of like a quick background info on who this is. They were involved in an incident over the Thanksgiving holiday with another IRL streamer in the same area that these IRL streamers both reside from, which is the Spokane, Washington area. And that other streamer goes by the name of Blogger. Okay. Another IRL streamer that I would say hails from the same community as Tommy James, the IP2 community. And they have done a collaboration before. They've done, I think, a couple. This incident stemmed from, I believe, a previous day collaboration that they started. And then something happened where, and that's why I want to give you a little bit more background, and because you hear Tommy say a little bit about it. But apparently something happened where I believe that Tommy James's phone was damaged, and he allegedly blames, and I say allegedly because I don't know. I don't know if it really happened or not. So that's why I'm not taking sides here at all, okay? He allegedly, I guess, had his phone, what's the word I was going to use? Damaged, there we go, by the other IRL streamer known as Blogger. And that's what kind of led to the confrontation or the incident that you see happen that we're going to show you in the clip here very shortly. That's what led to the arrest of Tommy James and has led to now a court case that has come from all this, okay? So there was a court date already. There was kind of already like a, there's been a few dates, and we're going to go over that. But there was a date, December the 1st, okay? There was a court date that Tommy James had to attend. And I'm going to be giving you an update as to what happened on that day, okay? But first, to kind of give you guys a brief summary as to what, events led to why this individual's now found himself in court, we're going to play a few clips for you guys. And I want to, I want to say I want to correct myself with the control information I was giving you. So her indictment is for second-degree child endangerment, okay, and third-degree hindering. All right, and I even believe, and we're going to listen to a few of the videos and the audios, but if I'm not mistaken, I think they're having her, they're charging her with the second degree, but I believe they're going to sentence her if they find her guilty of that to third degree child endangerment. So I think that's where I got that second and third degree confused, because that is for sure. I know, and we're going to hear it, that they are charging her with second degree, but if she pleads or if they find her guilty, they're going to sentence her to a third degree, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll listen to it here in the audio. But somebody caught that, and thank you to who you are. And I want to make sure that you guys caught that correction as well. All right, so let's continue on with the Tommy James IRL case. Let's see here. Exactly, Grunge Truck. All right, let me get my banana ready here. All right, cool. So to catch you up on what happened over that Thanksgiving holiday, we're going to go check out a few clips, and those clips are going to be from a good friend of ours, and that's going to be Imagine Being a Janny's Clip channel. All right, so for some of you that are not subscribed yet or have not even checked out that channel, I highly suggest you do. I appreciate everybody that supported that channel. Support all the clip channels. You guys are doing an awesome job. It's a lot of hard work, and it kills a lot of brain cells. So I appreciate your work, Janny. So we're going to go check out Janny's clip site right now. As a matter of fact, I already have the first clip I want to play, which is going to be the altercation that happened between Tommy James and Blogger. Okay? So here we go. Actually, let me get this queued up. Sorry, I got a little bit in front of myself. Share screen. There we go. Let me get this in a bigger size here.
Tommy pulls up on Bligger and wants his money.
Walking a little
Tommy
fast,
and
Poppy.
Bligger are actors,
walking a little
entertainers,
fast,
and this
Pop.
is for entertainment purposes.
Ooh, Papa, okay. That's definitely his truck, that red truck right there. That's homie's. That's on nobody else's property. Hello. I was knocking on the other door. Yeah.
Blig's
No, you're
landlord.
fine. You must be his landlord. Yeah, how you doing? My name's Tom. Turkey Tom today. Happy Thanksgiving. He's home, right? That's his truck. Yeah, as far as I know. Didn't you just have food with him? So you would have just seen him? No, you're cool. It's kind of a surprise visit by all means. So, kind of. I mean, he knows I'm coming. I guess he just didn't know when. Why you got that thing in your hand, bro? Because you broke my phone yesterday and I'd like to discuss payment. I got clips. He pissed all over your floor in there so bad. I got a video. A couple of them if you'd like to see. Come over here. Come over here. If you come any closer to me, I'm going to spray you because I'm going to get you in the face.
Listen, don't come to my door. Don't knock on my door.
Are you going to pay me back? Because see how he came out with a weapon? This camera here is for my self-defense. This is for my self-defense, this camera. He broke my phone yesterday and also took property from me. I'd like to discuss payment.
Took property.
No, let's discuss payment. Call the cops then. Or fight me like a man. You want to square up? You want to square up? You want to square up? Because I'm going to get you.
Throw hands like a man, Blig.
It didn't broke. Perfectly fine. Couldn't break any more than you did. Because I knocked it over, fool. Because come on, square up. Why are you so afraid to fight, dude? No, it didn't break more. You broke, you actually broke more on my phone than you fucking realize. You broke the selfie stick too, so we can discuss payment for that. You want to put your stick down? I'll set this up and we can go at it. Mutual combat. Yeah, you broke my selfie stick, pussy. No, the phone didn't break more. It's still all smashed. Stay the fuck away from me. You came out with a weapon. No, it wasn't on accident. I don't care that it's on accident.
I broke your phone on accident yesterday, and you said it was cool.
No, it's not cool.
Well, you know what?
So do you have like a laptop or what you got?
You know
Run
what,
it.
bro?
Run it, fool. Run it.
What?
Run it. You owe me.
What?
Run it or fight me.
Bro, I'm not gonna fight you. Dude.
Then go get me a laptop and get me some shit.
No.
Right now, I'm not on your property. I'm not on your property.
Honestly, you coming over like this?
No, you had a fucking crowbar in your hand, pussy, so I feel threatened.
Okay, well, you're the one that came to my door, bro.
Yeah, because you owe me. You broke my property and you laughed at it like a joke.
All right, well,
So are you going to pay me for it or what? Or get the cops involved? What do we want to do?
you're very wild. There.
What do we want to do? Mutual combat or call the cops or pay me back? That's three options.
I mean,
Blogger the bum.
if you want to call the cops,
Everybody get a good look at him, guys.
if you want to call the cops, you can.
Get a good look at him. I showed up and he wants to play these games.
If you,
I'm about to throw the can now and just smack you in the face, to be completely honest
well,
with
you.
you.
Can go ahead and try that, but if you want to call the cops, you're welcome to do
I'm not going to, but you need to run it or make a plan with me. What's the plan going to be?
I don't really care.
You know, you broke my phone.
That's
It's going to
fine.
cost about $300.
That's good.
So what do you got?
Nothing for you.
Run it.
I have nothing for you.
Run it, pussy.
Wade Bed Rumau.
Okay.
You look like you might need to cool off a little
That's
bit.
kind of like assault. You come here to my house and you spray me with bug
You
spray.
came at me with a crowbar, bro. I have it on my
You come to my
camera.
house and you spray me with bug spray.
You're poor. You are a bug, so I should spray you with bug spray.
Okay.
Right? I should spray you in the face, but I don't want you to call the fucking cops on me or I just fucking douse you and
Like,
fucking
you
stamp
have
on your
that.
fucking neck.
Like, do you have a mental illness?
Yeah, you fucking played on the internet and didn't think I showed up. You were all tough on the internet, right?
I mean,
You were all tough on the internet. Yeah, come off your property and come into my circle.
I don't want to come off my property.
Come off your property and come into my circle.
Please
Call the
check.
cops or pay me back or fight me.
You
Figure out
come to my
something.
house and you spray me with bug spray.
Well, I gotta
And
keep
it's on
it
screen
away.
right now.
It is. Spray the roach.
And I did nothing to you.
Spray. Yeah, you did. You broke my phone, and I have a bunch of evidence of you thinking it's a big fucking joke. So now I'm here at your house, pussy. Right? See, he's gonna play tough, guys, but look where his feet are. Like, I'll almost take a fucking. Hey,
Dude, honestly,
hey, chat. Would you guys bail me out if I just started whooping his ass?
Go ahead, dude.
You guys got the donos to back it up?
Go ahead, bro. Over a phone.
Yeah, because if you could be a bigger man and say, I'll pay you back. If you could be a bigger man and say, I'll pay you back.
Sprayed me with bugs.
I have to make something. Sure, I have something that's going to outreach your crowbar.
You sprayed me with bugs.
Yeah, I'll
bro.
spray you again. I'll spray you with, hey, let's try the mace now. I've been waiting to practice that
Go
out.
ahead, you're gonna miss me.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, then you're all gonna get arrested.
Well, go call the cops now, blogger.
I will actually.
Go call them.
I'm gonna do that.
Here's your guys' pussy.
Okay, step onto my.
I'm not on your lawn. I'm still right here. What you going to do about it? Go call the cops. He's going to call the cops, guys.
Call the cops on me, bro.
Go call them. Go call the
Off
cops.
my yard.
Go call the cops. Get the fuck away from me, Roach. No, I'm right here. This is public.
Yep. And you sprayed me with bug spray.
Yeah, because you came at me with a crowbar, bro. You came at me with a crowbar. You're lucky it wasn't in your face.
What crowbar?
Yeah, the crowbar that's on my camera.
Hey, what? Hold on. I'll have my.
Go call them. Go call the cops, pussy. I'll see you in court, Buster. I'll catch you slipping. No, I'll catch you slipping off your property. Look at this guy going to call the cops with his. Look, he's going to go call the cops with his lover. He came at me with a crowbar. You're lucky I didn't spray you in the face. He broke my phone. Are you going to pay me back or call the cops or fight me? Mutual combat, call the cops or do something, pussy. Yeah, he's nervous. Talking to the neighbors. You should see the videos I have of him pissing all over your floor, spray painting on your walls, starting fires and putting this whole community at risk so he can get a few viewers on YouTube. You want to tell him about that? Would you like to see the video, sir? I'll calm down for you, but for him, he came at me with a weapon. He's a pussy, avoided mutual combat, wanted to talk tough on the gram. Go call the cops. Take your crowbar inside. Take your crowbar inside, pussy. Whatever. I don't know. Your knife, your little whack-ass knife. I don't know what you got. It's going to be in the face. It should have been in the face. Don't come at me. Get away with the fucking weapon. Fuck away with the weapon.
Oh shit, bro! You're trying to get in my house?
Yeah, get the fuck away.
Now you are gonna get arrested.
Go call the cops. You're gonna get arrested. What an SJW. Won't fight, but he wants to call the cops. Fuck you, pussy. I don't talk to cops, but I'll catch you slipping around my town. My fucking city, pussy. My city. Let's get the fuck out of here, guys. Well, that's where a pussy lives. Am I showing the address? Whoops. Hope you guys can't make out his address from any of that.
All right, so that was the end of the first clip that I wanted to share with you. So that shows you exactly what incident occurred, okay, between the two. And then later on, this happened.
So it seems
Here we go.
Bligger called the cops.
You're kidding me right now.
You can record, just put it down.
No, can I have my phone? Why are you taking my phone from me? I'm not resisting.
Okay, well then pull your arm.
I'm not pulling my arm away. I had some other things in my hand, my phone and other property.
We'll take the phone with you, all right?
Oh, I hope so.
Hold on, sir. Just a second. I'm just making sure these are properly spaced and putting double locking on there for you, okay?
Yeah, I would just like to discuss this more before you throw nuts on me and run the downtown.
All right, so just a short clip. That came from Tommy James's live stream. So he was live when that arrest happened of himself. So that occurred over the Thanksgiving holiday. As a matter of fact, to be more specific, let's just jump over to the court docket notes on that case. And that way we can just kind of segue into the update as far as what happened from his hearing on the 1st. So let me just share that screen here. Make sure that that's up. All right. And again, if you guys are on your mobile devices, if you can't see, if you're on a vertical mode, turn it horizontally like this and make sure it goes to full screen mode and you should see this just fine. But in case you can't, don't worry. I'm going to read a lot of this out for you. But just to give you some dates, and I want to correct myself. When I first started the coverage on this, I was going by the date that the jail release form was filed. And I had gone by that date as assuming that was the date that he was actually released from jail. That was not, okay? Unless I'm mistaken, he was actually jailed and released the same day, which, if it's according to these notes, would have been on the 24th. So it was the day after Thanksgiving, or Black Friday, as most people know it by. So, because if I went by the day that was filed, it made it seem like he was in jail for like a few days. That was not the case, okay? So he was arrested and then released same day. And then he had a court hearing. So let me show you exactly what happened. So we came up here at the top. Oh, actually, we start at the bottom and then it works its way to the top, okay? So you see here, 11/24, that's when he received the citation. Now, for some of y'all that aren't aware of what charges Tommy James is facing, he currently is facing 2 charges right now, okay? assault in the 4th degree, and harassment, okay, which are currently 2 misdemeanor charges. All right. Let's see here. So they set an arraignment for December 1st at 9 a.m. Okay, that happened. Now, when you go to the December 1st date, you're going to see arraignment held, ARR held. Okay, and I'm going to show you a form from that arraignment that's going to show you a few other things that we're going to give you a little bit more information about this court case. But one thing that I want you all to note here is that Tommy James in this arraignment did go ahead and plead not guilty to both those charges. So you see that right here where my cursor is. So to charge number 2, response or plea of not guilty. To charge number 1, plea or response of not guilty. Okay? They've set, just so you can see here, the next court date for Tommy James is going to be January 11th of next year, obviously. And that's going to be at 9 a.m. in Room E with Judge PCW, according to the case information here, okay? And that looks like, I believe that's going to be set as a pretrial, PTR, if that's what that means. Maybe I'm mistaken. But either way, yeah, there we go. Pretrial hearing, yeah. So down at the bottom, you'll see another little section labeled hearings. You can see the arraignment, which happened, and I got my cursor over it, the arraignment that happened December 1st, and then they scheduled the pretrial hearing, which is what they have it as PTR, but that's why I figured that meant pretrial, and I was correct. Pretrial hearing, that's set for January 11th at 9 a.m. at Public Safety Building, Room 4, okay? And you can see the arraignment was held, and then this other one on the 11th is scheduled. Now, when we go down here, I want to show you a form that was signed or went over with Tommy here on that arraignment, okay? They put some pretrial conditions for Tommy that he has to follow, all right? So I'm going to share that here with you, okay? So again, here at the right-hand side on the top, you'll see the 2 charges that he's being charged with, assault 4th degree and then harassment, okay? You see there's the new court date, pretrial hearing on January 11th at 9 a.m. Oh, wait, sorry. Now I got the right tab I'm sharing. I apologize. So, okay. I apologize. I thought I was sharing it and I wasn't. So this right here is the pretrial release form that Mr. Oakes had to sign, or Tommy James by his IRL name. Okay. If you look toward the right-hand top side, there's the 2 charges, assault 4th degree and then harassment. And there are some pretrial conditions that Tommy James has to follow. Okay. Also on the right top-hand side, you'll see where it has the, then confirms the pretrial hearing, January 11th at 9 a.m. So I'll kind of just read this in case you guys can't see. Probable cause. The court finds, and this is check mark, probable cause exists to believe the accused committed the offenses charged, and there was a not guilty plea entered on the 1st from this last arraignment, and that's check marked. So the defendant is released on their own recognizance, and there's conditions of release that they have to follow. And here they are. These are all check marked. The defendant must not commit any further criminal law violations. The defendant must advise district court of any updated contact information for the defendant. They must not have any contact with or be on the premises of Ronald Butterfield, which is the legal name for IRL, or blogger IRL. And then timely appear for all court dates. Okay? Signed by the defendant, signed by the judge. And then there's, in big bold letters here, it says, defendant may be arrested and or have bond or release revoked if defendant violates release conditions or fails to appear for court date. So there's your update. Let me get back here. So that's going to be your update as far as what's going on with the Tommy James blogger case, okay? It is continuing forward. He is still facing the 2 charges. Tommy James has entered a plea of not guilty, and they've now got a new date set for a pretrial hearing that's going to be set for January 11th. That's your update. All right, so moving on. Let's move on to Controlla. Okay, that's what I had here on the list. So what I'm going to do, just to get right into it, is I got a clip that I'm going to play. This is going to be from Controlla's live stream this morning, because I kind of wanted to know. I don't really watch her at all. Only time I really will is if somebody DMs me and they're like, hey, she's talking or saying something in reference to you or something, and then I might even scoot in and listen. But most of the time, people just send me a clip, But I was curious. I said to myself, well, one, is she going live? Which I saw that she was. And then I said, well, what is she up to the day before her court hearing? Because, remember, she's facing some pretty serious shit, all right? And, well, just kind of like I figured, because remember, it's not her first live stream right before, the day before her court hearing. As a matter of fact, she usually goes live the morning of, right before she needs to just shut it off and get there with 5 minutes left to be there on time, right? Right before court, okay? So I was just curious, what is she going to talk about it? Is she nervous? Does she give a shit? I'll just play the clip and let you guys just see exactly what she was up to. And again, remember, this is just a smidget of a clip of, all the other things she discussed today, which I have no clue. But this probably gives you a good idea, more or less, though.
It's not.
I will say I don't think there's anything too explicit in there, but just in case, trigger warning, just so I don't get myself in trouble. But I'm pretty sure there is nothing pretty explicit or too explicit or just the normal Controlla, BS. All right, so here we go with that clip. Again, this is from this morning. So for some of you that are just joining in or unaware, Controlla's court or next court hearing is going to be or is scheduled for tomorrow morning, okay? We'll talk a little bit about that as soon as we finish the clip here. But again, like I said, I was just curious to see what somebody like her that's facing some pretty serious charges, facing some jail time, depending on which way this goes, facing a felony, regardless if she's accepted into the PTI program, takes the plea deal, or goes to court. The only way she's not going to get anything is if she's found not guilty. Okay. So either way, unless she's found not guilty, she is going to be facing, I believe, like I said, in the plea deal, she still has a felony. PTI, she still has to plead to a felony. And again, I may be wrong on that, but I'm like 98% sure that even in the PTI program, you still have to plead guilty. It's just a lesser, it's like, instead of getting jail time, you get probation pretty much. Okay. But we'll talk about that again for some of you that aren't familiar with what's going on with the PTI whole shenanigans. Yeah, pretty much this again was just from a little clip of what she was up to from her morning live stream. Okay. Hypervigilance, I don't know, to be honest with you at this point. The other thing is whether or not the DA is even going to accept any clips of anybody sending anything. Because, I'll tell you this. I've seen some clips of this individual while they're, live streaming allegedly and driving. They think it's they're beating or cheating the system because they now put like a filter that covers their face or their like eyes, So if Controlla really thinks that there is something that could be admissible to court, and just because she's got a little filter that's got her eyes covered is going to keep a judge from allowing that to be entered in as evidence, saying, well, that's not, no. Okay. You can clearly tell that's you by other facial features. You can hear your voice. Okay. So it just shows you the mentality of this individual. Remember, this is a person that's, I think, almost 40 years old, almost my same age. Okay. So here you go. Let's just get going with this clip. And then we'll have a discussion as far as what's going on tomorrow. I'm going to be playing a few clips from her other previous hearings, just so we can also listen again to give us a refresher on what she was facing as far as charges originally. okay, which is what she would be facing if this goes to the jury trial, okay, and what the state is offering her as far as if she accepts the plea deal that they're giving her, okay? And then we're going to discuss also the current PTI program that we all, including most importantly herself and her lawyer, are all waiting to see what the response or answer is, whether she was admitted into that or denied. And most likely, I'm thinking we're going to get that response tomorrow. Okay. So here we go with that clip. And then, like I said, afterwards, we'll get into a pretty in-depth discussion as far as, you know, her charges, what she's facing as far as a plea deal, what's going to happen possibly tomorrow. And then I'm going to give you guys a really good update as far as, you know, if she's denied PTI, what happens next? She accepts if she's, you know, allowed into the PTI, what happens next, and yada, yada, yada. All right. Post this here. Lisa says, if she takes a plea deal, they will do a pre-sentence report and everything of her life goes into that report. So if she takes a plea, they will do a pre-sentence report and everything of her life goes into that report. So that's if she takes a plea deal. Got it. All right. Thank you for sharing that with us, Lisa, CIA hole. All right. So here we go with that clip. Again, this is from her live stream this morning. Okay.
It's not, and like, it's messed up. It's not right. It sucks, but it is the way that it is. A order of protection is like one of the most grimiest pieces of paper. While it's
one thing for some of you that are just wondering what she's talking about, I just started the clip in a part where I guess she's talking something about an order of protection, and just, I guess in her opinion, is what you're about to hear, is what she thinks about orders of protection. So here we go.
helpful, it also is super grimy. A order of protection is like one of the most grimiest pieces of paper. While it's helpful, it also is super grimy. Yeah, so there's this person, Dark Sidious or whatever, that keeps on coming into like my comment section. And this person has been around for a while because not that long ago, they were trying to tell me to meet them at a gas station. First of all, they wanted to meet me at like a desolate gas station near South Avenue, which is like the industrial part of Staten Island. And that place is fucking, first of all, it's right on the perimeter of the hood, like a not so great neighborhood. And then it's also in a desolate area because there's not residences around it. It's industrial. So there's like a restaurant behind it, and that's really it. So like he wanted me to meet him in like a really desolate fucking area. Like, you're a guy. Why are you trying to entice a woman to meet you in a desolate area? What do you want to do to me? It's weird. And then telling me that you're going to come and you're going to beat me up in front of people. It's weird, bro. I'm a girl. Like, it's never a woman. It's never another female that's like, yeah, I'm going to come and fuck you up. It's never a woman. Ever. It's never another female. Like, oh, yeah, you want to fight? Ever. The females are always like, oh, yeah, pull up, pull up, pull up. But it's always men that are threatening to pull up on me. Why is that? Oh, and another thing that I heard Snake Cake say the other day, like, Chicken Cakes, I don't know where your dumbass lives, nor do I give a fuck where you live. You forget that even if I did still have the address that I sent you shit at, you got evicted from there, right? You got evicted from there. So how would I know where you're at? Stop telling people that I know where you're at and that if I wanted to fight you, I could pull up and this, that, and the third, because that's not factual. If you want to keep on talking about me and say all this shit, yo, let's meet up. I'm so dead serious about that. Since you're this tough girl.
Wait, hold on here. Sorry, because I went to go get an orange really quick. I've also listened to this, but y'all just caught that, right? That's why I paused this. Y'all heard what she just said? You want to meet up with me? So let me get this straight. You're 1 day, 24 hours pretty much prior to a court hearing tomorrow, and you're literally talking about pulling up on people or people pulling up on you, and now pretty much, saying, hey, let's go. This This one sounds like, we're back in middle school, right? Hey, meet behind the library. Let's go. Let's fight. Okay. And two, like I said, I was just curious what an individual like Controlla would be discussing on a live stream. One, me personally, I wouldn't even be live, the weekend before a major court case like this, just me personally. But two, this individual is now talking about rolling up on people, blah, 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 meeting people for fights 24 hours prior to a court hearing having to do with pretty serious damn case that could result in them facing jail time. Yeah. All right, let's continue on.
And then I'm afraid of you and all this shit that I'll pull up this, that, and the third. I'll make it real easy for you. We could meet in a neutral area. I'm so sick of this lady trying to tell me bro, you want to fight me so bad? Tell me where. I'm not coming to your house, but I will gladly pull up anywhere in South Jersey. Fuck out of here, bro. Not going to a person's house. That's how you get arrested.
Oh, okay.
You want to meet on mutual fucking ground? Let's go.
So, and just for some of y'all that are listening to this, let me correct her, okay? Just because I don't want you to get in any trouble. Just because you meet on what she's calling mutual ground versus meeting up at somebody's house does not make that any legaler than, or what am I trying to say? It doesn't change the fact that it's still illegal to physically assault somebody if you're not defending yourself, right? Especially if you're meeting somebody up to fight, that changes everything. Even if you're the one getting your ass kicked, okay, you could still get in trouble because you met up to fight somebody, okay? This wasn't just somebody knocking on your door. So I just want to clarify that to people, that if you are going to end up fighting at the library or at the park or at the Starbucks parking lot, you'll still probably get in some trouble. Just saying, okay? Just correcting Controlla there.
How about the rest stop at 105? Is that fair?
Rest stops as well too. So rest stop at 105, you'll still get in some trouble. Just saying.
And don't worry, I'll be by myself.
Well, we know you'll be by yourself because you probably don't even have any friends to even call to say, "Hey, friends, you want to come back me up in a fight?" But again, that's just my personal opinion. Sorry. All right, I'll shut up. Let's play with the clip.
I'm so sick of you. I am so sick of you talking like you're some type of tough guy. First of all, you're not from New York. You're not from Brooklyn. You're from Jersey. You're from Jersey. You got no claim to New York. Stop acting like you're some known person in New York, like you got links to New York, like you're from Brooklyn. You're nothing. You're not from around here. You don't know nobody around here, and you're not a tough guy. You're a 50-year-old woman fighting with someone 15 years younger than you, all because you were a bad friend. My honey buns and my lashes. Q, remember when you used to sing the honey bun song? I love that song. Sweeter than a honey bun. That's the Q I remember. That's the Q I fell in love with.
All right, that was it. Like I said, just a little clip of pretty much the part that and there was nothing really specific with that. That was just literally when I listened in this morning to see what this individual was up to, being that they have a pretty important court case tomorrow. This is exactly what I hit screen record. This is exactly what I was listening to. And then I was like, all right, that's enough. And then I was done. All right. So there was no specifically just picking on this for whatever reason because she was talking about this or that. I literally was just randomly in her chat just to see what she was up to. And this was the random time that I came in her chat listening. And this is what I heard. Okay. So I just clipped it and I said, hey, I just want to share with you to give you guys an idea exactly how this individual's handling, the fact that they have a court case tomorrow. Doesn't seem like they're pretty stressed about it. And hey, they can handle stress that great, so be it. But we've probably, if you follow this individual, you've probably seen many freakouts, many tantrums, as I would call it. So I don't think they really can handle stress well. I just think they don't give a shit is what you're seeing here. Okay. They just clearly don't care. Kelly, I'm not too sure. She said that the original time that I was there. And obviously I wasn't. As a matter of fact, I was there and I was allowed to film her hearing while I was in the courtroom. So quite from the opposite of what she was trying to. Wait. I remember. What did she have was that the one? Sorry, because there's been a few people that have tried to get me kicked out in even the courtroom where the judges had to say, nope, we signed the paperwork. He's allowed to stay. I know that happened with Gamble's lawyer and him. It was with Controlla. I'm trying to think what they were trying to do. What was that one? I know at Gamble, the lawyer said she didn't want her face to be in it in the video, and the judge said, well, too bad, because you're in the courtroom already and I allowed it. And with hers, what the heck? Oh, hers was exactly. She was trying to say that I wasn't allowed to be there. And they actually had the police officer come check my ID, check the paperwork with the judge, and I was cleared. That's what it was. She was trying to say that I was, she just made, I don't even know what she told the cop, But yeah, she did attempt to try to make up some BS to try to get me out of there. And all they did was just verify that I was, the person on the paperwork that the judge approved as far as being part of the media that could record. That's what it was. Yes, and she also brought her daughter to court that day. You're right, Kelly. And that's when also the judge kindly, if you want to call it that way, reminded her that that wasn't cool and that she had many options to not have to do that. One of them being that the court even provides free daycare pretty much for people in that situation, as well as the judge pointed out, well, you have somebody here. Why can't they just wait out in the lobby with her? And that was her dad, Gary, which that was what I was saying in the first place. They were already out in the lobby waiting there. Why didn't they just wait there the whole time she was in and doing her court thing? She asked them to come in there, okay? And again, I'm not going to make any allegations, but you probably know why she was doing that. And I pointed out, too, in a past live stream that during that court case, they also had prisoners. They bring in the prisoners that are going to get arraigned that morning. And this was a small courtroom, mind you, okay? Those prisoners were literally, had she been allowed to have her daughter there, she would have been sitting about maybe 15 feet away, 15, 20 feet at the most, where you've got prisoners getting arraigned for who knows what, okay? So why as a mother would you want to risk the safety of your child by, one, taking them to a very dangerous area, okay? A courtroom, although we want to say it's safe, is a lot of times is not, okay? You've got people going in there that have altercations with each other. Fights can break out, okay? We've seen these prisoners flip out on the judge, or the courtroom can happen, okay? A multitude of things can happen, all right? And also, just anyways, why would you want to subject your child to listening to a judge talk to that child's mother, reading criminal charges, yada, 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 all this legal stuff? Why would you want to subject your child to that? And just like the judge said, there's somebody here that can watch the kid, have them sit out in the lobby. And that's what the judge, like I said, kindly pretty much removed Gary and her child, because that was just crazy. And seeing that was, I think she was trying to argue, was the fact that, she didn't want her child to be filmed. Well, one, I'm not going to point the camera over to where you see where she's standing, right, with her attorney. The child was not going to be right there next to her, okay? So that's a lie, okay? Even if her child was sitting there where the people sit, public sits down, she wouldn't have been in the film, okay? Second, all right, she was trying to claim, and then so what the judge says was, well, the child doesn't have to. One, the judge said the child's not going to be in the shot. And two, that's when the judge said, well, why is the child even in here? Can the child step out? And then offered also, there's the, free child daycare. Gave her all the options. So me personally, I would have never, I don't have children, but if I did, I personally would have never dragged my child. And like I said, she had somebody that one could have watched the child at home, or at the very least, Why did you even bring them into the courtroom when they could have just sat out there with their grandfather like they were the whole time in the lobby area? Made no sense, right? But of course, with Controlla, the way she says it is always going to be the right way and make 100% sense in her mind, in the old delusional world. But anyways, so that's what's going on in the head of Controlla this morning prior to a pretty important court case, like we said. So let's move on, all right? So we've got a court case happening tomorrow, okay? Big thing about tomorrow is going to be kind of like we were hitting on earlier, which is she going to be accepted into the PTI program, which stands for pretrial intervention, okay? And pretty much the easiest way to kind of describe what it is, it's kind of like a probation, okay? And versus her being sentenced to jail time, if she gets accepted in this PTI program, it's going to allow her to pretty much not go to jail, which is, I think, what she's trying to avoid. And also, you know, she still, if I'm not mistaken, still has to plead guilty, okay, to that felony. It's just going to be a lesser sentence is what she's receiving. Like I said, it would be like getting probation versus a jail sentence. That's the easiest way I can put it, okay? So I believe that's going to be the big thing tomorrow is whether she got into the PTI or whether they denied her. Now, one thing to remember is this, okay? She already has a felony, okay, in the state of New Jersey. As a matter of fact, she was charged. She was indicted. Let's just put charge. She was charged with 2 charges, okay? She was, and again, I don't want to get all that information mixed up, but long story short, they dismissed, as part of her plea deal, they dismissed one of the felonies, and she had to plead guilty to the other felony, okay? That had to do with writing out prescriptions, allegedly writing out prescriptions for, you know, the drogas, as she says it, okay? So she had to just plead guilty to one felony versus the other one. It was dismissed, okay? During that time, she had applied for the PTI program, okay? And remember, at that time, she didn't have any felonies. Now, she did in New York, but not in New Jersey, okay? On her record in New Jersey, she had no felonies. She was denied PTI back then. So do you really think that they're going to give her PTI this time when, 1, now she already's got a felony on her record, and 2, she's facing a pretty serious charge, okay? There's no easier way to put it, okay? So we just, again, as said, pretty much this was probably just an attempt, because remember, when she applied for this PTI, believe it or not, this was before the summertime. So we had looked at this, and again, this is just my personal opinion. I looked at it as it was just another way to buy some time so that she could go on her vacation to Florida, okay? Yeah, it's been all the way since back then is when we've been waiting for an answer, okay? And get this. Say tomorrow if she's denied PTI, she has the opportunity, that's the best way to put it. She has the opportunity to, what's the word again? I'm trying to think. Give me a second. Let me just go to where I wrote my notes here anyways. She has to appeal. There we go. Ugh. Such an easy word. So she has the opportunity tomorrow to appeal that decision. So if they deny her, she can still appeal that decision. And what's that mean? Buy some more time, right? So let me kind of give you a little quick brief description or breakdown of what possibilities can happen tomorrow. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to show you 2 court hearings, okay? One of them is the one that we attended, okay? NJCourts TV attended there in New Jersey. The other one's just going to be what we've been able to show you guys as far as, you know, all her other previous court hearings, which is through the audio transcript, okay? No video, but we do have the audio. And you're going to learn from both of those what her original charges were, what the original plea deal was, and what she's facing as far as if she doesn't take the plea deal and she's found guilty, okay? So let's see here. Let me just kind of give you, again, that breakdown of what could happen tomorrow, all right? So she's rejected. They deny her from the PTI. She can still appeal that, okay, which delays the case even more, like we said. If she's denied PTI, then she's got to go through the final disposition. So if they deny it, right, this is what happens next. Okay, she's still got to go through the final disposition, conference, so one conference, discretionary, another conference, a pretrial conference, and then starts pretty much a few, let's see, pre-cutoff, and then the trial tracking, and that's to even start the jury trial process, okay? So long story short, don't even worry about what all those mean and all that stuff, that legal mumbo jumbo. All it really means is we're still looking at quite a bit of time before we're going to be going to a jury trial if she decides not to take the plea deal, or if she's, like I said, and that would be pretty much the option she would be facing if she's denied PTI tomorrow is, three, I guess, technically. She can appeal the PTI, she can take the plea deal, or she moves forward to wanting to go to a jury trial. That's it. And even then, all three of those will, except for taking the plea deal, or if she is accepted into the PTI and she goes for it, all those other options will take still some more time before, even like I said, we even get to the jury trial. So to remind everybody, well, what plea deal is she looking at? Let's take a look at some clips. Let's go back in some time, all right, as I like to say. So we're going to start off when pretty much this is like her second hearing. Her first time actually being in court, her first very official court hearing was done either virtually or through a phone, okay? I don't have any of that recording, nor do I care to get it because it was really nothing important, okay? Next hearing is the one that I sat in on it, the one that our channel got permission to film, and that's the one you're going to see right now, okay? Okay. I'm just going to play through it, and then we'll talk about it, okay? All right. Let me get back over there, and I'm going to press play. I'll get it on the larger. So what I did is I just fast forward through just her waiting there, and, we had a lot of other, footage and stuff. This is just straight to where it's her turn to go right up in front of the judge, okay? We cut through all the other B-roll, as I like to say. All right, I'll get this on a little bit larger format here for you, and here we go.
Mr. LeBron, you ready?
Yes.
We ready to go to record?
Here we go.
The next matter on the calendar is entitled State versus Tabona under summons 2023 43-1219. Appearances of counsel, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Lynn Severowski for the state.
Member Lewis, currently after this, the voter for Kelly.
Good morning to both of you and good morning to you here. This is a pre-indictment matter. Has discovery been given to defense as well as an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. Discovery has been provided. The offer is to plead guilty to an accusation charging the defendant with third-degree endangering the welfare of a child with the sentencing recommendation of non-custodial probation. as well as to comply with the CP&P. And she would also be required to plead guilty to a motor vehicle summons charging her with using a cell phone while driving, which comes with a $200 fine.
Yeah, we have received discovery.
All right, so I'm going to pause that. We'll replay it again. But what you heard there was the plea deal, okay, from the state. All right. So what you're listening to is you heard third-degree endangering. Now, remember, these aren't the original charges that she's charged with. This is the plea deal, okay? If she decides to take this to a jury trial, which is kind of the way she's going, then, and she's found guilty, then they're going to find her guilty on the original charges she was indicted on, okay? And don't forget, that's where you include the hindering charge. She's got two other misdemeanor charges that have to do with the traffic, her driving. One was, you just heard her right now in the plea deal. She's got it also, in addition to pleading guilty to the third-degree endangering, she's got to also pretty much plead guilty to the driving or operating a motor vehicle with a cell phone, which included a $200 fine, okay? She also, they're recommending non-custodial probation as part of the sentencing. And there was the other part that I didn't catch was something where you heard like PPPC something. That's why I'm going to like replay it again just in case you didn't catch that part. But most importantly, it's the felony, okay? The third-degree endangering charge. So like I said it, regardless if she goes with the plea deal, regardless if she's accepted into the PTI, regardless if she's found guilty, she's going to get a felony. Only way she will not get a felony out of this if she's found takes this to trial and is found not guilty. She takes the plea deal, she has to plead to a felony. She's found guilty, she's going to be found guilty of, I believe, 2 felonies, right? The hindering and the endangerment. And then PTI, she's still going to have to most likely plead guilty to the endangerment, which is a felony. So again, we'll replay that part. That way you guys can listen and catch. Again, that is the plea deal that the state is offering, okay? And then what I'm going to show you are the original charges that she was charged with. That was originally in Sayreville, and then they changed the court because of the seriousness of everything to Middlesex, which is where this is the Middlesex Superior Court, if I'm not mistaken, and that's where you're watching this come from, okay? Excuse me, I've just been to so many different courthouses now, the names are starting to get a little confusing. All right, so here we go.
Good morning to both of you and good morning to you here. This is a pre-indictment matter. Has discovery been given to defense as well as an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, discovery has been provided. The offer is to plead guilty to an accusation charging the defendant with third-degree endangering the welfare of a child with the sentencing recommendation of non-custodial probation as well as to comply with the CP&P. And she would also be required to plead guilty to a motor vehicle summons charging her with using a cell phone while driving, which comes with a $200 fine.
Yeah, we have received discovery. I did talk to the prosecutor a bit about download. I haven't been able to do the electronic download of the incident, so it might be an internet.
All right. So we're going to jump over to another clip, okay? This is going to give you an idea of what she's facing as far as sentencing, okay? It's going to be a little bit hard to hear. This is going to be coming from the court's own audio, but her lawyer at this time, which has changed, this was her public defender. She's now being represented by a private attorney. Her lawyer at the time, this public defender, it's very hard to hear him. He just speaks very low. And so that's kind of the difficulty, but we'll play it a few times, but you can actually hear him discuss what sentence she's facing. She pretty much wants the judge and Controlla to, hear and just verify with the judge what she would be facing if she takes the plea deal or if, what was it? If she goes to court and is found not guilty or is found guilty, and versus what she would get with the plea deal. Okay. And I'll explain that once we listen to the clip. Let me get that pulled up. Wait, it's this one here? Oh, yeah, there we go. Huh. Is it watch later? All right, give me 1 second here. Let me find it here. Still getting used to navigating on the computer with the new format they changed to. I think it's going to be my downloads. No. I just want the ones. Where's my clips? No, that's not it. Wow. Okay, let's see if it's here. History. There we go. No. Oh, sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. All right. It's not showing what I was. Oh, this is where I find it. Hold on. Let me go to Troll. Oh. Trying to find my playlist is all. I don't know why it's so difficult to find my playlist. My videos. No. Oh my gosh. All right. Give me 1 second. I can just find it this other way. I was just hoping this would save me some time, but it's actually made it not save time. It's under the use section. Okay. There was my playlist. My gosh. Okay. Sorry, guys. Here we go. All right. I found it. I found it. All right, just so it's not confusing, this is the real NJ today. Today is December the 3rd. This is me. This is, oh wait, other way. This is NJ from the clip that we're watching.
What's the ground cap?
This was from her pre-indictment conference, so she hadn't been indicted yet.
The next matter on the calendar is entitled State versus Tabona under summons 2023, 43-1219. Appearances of counsel, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Liz Severowski for the state.
Mr. Graham, we have Mr. Bonaparte as well.
Good morning to both of you. Good morning to you, ma'am. Last time we were here, Mr. Negron, you said you were going over everything with your client, and the state had indicated they were going to grand jury on the 23rd. If you wanted a resolution, it was going to be today. Is that going to happen?
No, Your Honor, we're asking if you prefer the grand jury.
You still have that date?
I do, yes.
So, Ms. Tabona, the grand jury is a group of citizens from the community who hear the information that's presented by the state. The state has to prove to a very low standard of probable cause that you are the individual who committed the offense. The grand jury can do three things. They can true bill, which means that the matter comes back here before the Superior Court. They can no bill, which means the matter gets dismissed. And they can remand, which means that the matter goes to the municipal court. Those last two things don't happen with a great degree of frequency. Usually the matters come here. So the likelihood is that the matter will be coming here in short order, but we'll wait to see how it is that the grand jury responds. So ordinarily, when you leave here, you'd be given a new date, but you won't be given a new date because we're gonna wait to see what the grand jury does. If in fact the grand jury decides to true bill, you'll be back here in a couple of weeks. So good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Take
Your Honor, I
care.
have explained my client. State's offer.
All right, here it comes. All right, like I said, I'm sorry it's their audio. I'm sorry it's hard to hear them, but this is where you're going to hear where it's even her own attorney, her public defender, wants her to be reminded as far as what type of sentencing she's facing, okay? So put that volume all the way up, keep them ears close to the speaker, and you'll hear it. And before I do that, since we did a pause for the cause, I want to say thank you so much, Jilly from Philly, with a $5 Cash App that reads, much love and support. Well, thank you and much love back to you, Jilly from Philly. Gavel, gavel, gavel time. Spam them if you got them. And I appreciate your continued support, Jilly from Philly. All right. Here we go. All right. Listen close. And then I saw a request about if I would talk or explain a little bit more about the PTI, the one that she was denied for in the past. I sure will, okay? We'll talk about that as soon as we're done with this clip.
Currently, the offer is not to split probation on the endangered welfare of a child, file a DCP&P, motivate summons. If the state were to get the case indicted, changes to a 3 flat, and subsequently goes up from there. If it goes to trial, she loses. She understands that the range on the second degree is 5%.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so I know it was hard to hear, but just in case you didn't catch it, her attorney wanted her to be reminded that if these charges, if she is indicted, what is that that's playing? Oh, thought that was my speaker. That she would be facing a minimum of 3 flat, and it goes up from there, okay? That means 3 flat means 3 years minimum in jail. And she was indicted, just so you know, just in case you didn't catch that, as far as the updates on all the other court hearings. She was indicted. So, yeah, she's facing, that's like I said, I wanted to know, how would a person be acting today, 24 hours prior to a pretty important court case? Well, we listened to a little clip of how she was acting. And I'll tell you what, if I was facing 3 years in jail or 3 years not even seeing my child, I wouldn't be on the internet. I'd be self-meditating. I'd be writing notes on how, trying to learn the case, trying to learn better myself if there's anything I can do to help with this case. But to each their own, I guess. Information about her other, about her other denial and PTI. Give me a second, okay? So, and just for some of y'all that are wondering, this information is all public information, okay? It's sometimes it's a lot of hard work, okay? It's not easy to get it, but it's all public information, okay? So, for example, right now, all I'm going to do is I have my email. This is the same email that I contact, okay, with the court's clerk staff over that Middlesex Superior Court. They're the ones that give me the updates on what's going on with their next court date. Same staff that I deal with that sends me the audio transcript that I have to legally fill out a form and submit for, okay? This is just not, hey, buddy over there, can you send me over, buddy over here? Nope, doesn't work that way, okay? Like I said, if anytime y'all want to cross-check me, just make a simple call down to the Middlesex Superior Court Clerk's office, all right? So give me a sec. Let me just retrieve that email, and I will tell you exactly a little bit more about her previous PTI denial. Oh, and while I'm doing that, let me share this screen here with you. So for y'all that were wondering what she's originally charged with, pretty much what charges she faces if she does go to a jury trial and doesn't take the plea deal, let me show you. And that's why they said that it can change from a 3 flat and go up, depending on which charges they find her guilty of, okay? Oh, no! Good morning, oh, no. Good to see you. All right, let me share that screen with you here. Oops, I guess I have to pull it back up here. Give me a second. I'll even share it here so you guys can see what I'm doing. This is through the New Jersey MCCS website, which just stands for Municipal Court Case Search. Accept the disclaimer here. We're going to search by the defendant's name. Again, all public information. Yes, this is me, not a robot. All right. Can you guys see this? If not, like I said, if you're on horizontal mode, go to vertical and full screen. But there you go. These are the original charges here, and I'll read them for you. You've got the traffic charges, which were the traffic unsafe lane change, just easiest way to say it. We have a reckless driving, use of handheld wireless, and then we have the endangering, abuse, and child neglect. And then those were all transferred. So they're no longer obviously being heard at the Sayreville Municipal Court. They were transferred over to the Middlesex Superior Court. Yeah, there's the reckless, endangering. And then if I'm not mistaken, I believe they added, once it got transferred over to the Middlesex Superior Court, is when they added the hindering charge. Again, I may be mistaken, but if I'm not, that's when I think that was picked up, is when it was transferred over there, is when they added the hindering charge. Kelly, this is the New Jersey, just Google search NJMCCS. Okay, so I got that email pulled up. So let me stop sharing this. Now you guys can see me. All right, so let me read this part from the email. So She was rejected from PTI. This was from Monmouth. Okay, I always say it wrong. Sorry. It's Monmouth. It's spelled Monmouth County. Okay, sorry if I missed. To my New Jersey friends, I'm so sorry for saying it wrong. So she was rejected from PTI from that county in 2010. Okay, so this happened in 2010. And had to plead guilty to the obtained CDS fraudulently. So remember, she was charged with 2 charges. They dismissed 1 charge and she had to plead guilty to the other one. That was for obtaining CDS fraudulently. CDS stands for Controlled Dangerous Substance, if I'm not mistaken. So obtaining drogas is what that means. Writing out a... So that is the information I received when I found out about, 1, she had been rejected previously for PTI, and 2, I did not know that she had faced 2 previous, charges, serious charges, and as the result of that, had pled guilty to a previous felony. I knew about her felonies in New York, but I had no clue she had a previous felony in New Jersey. So shout out to Middlesex Superior Court and for your professionalism in dealing with the public and not hindering, the public's request, for public records. So shout out to y'all. And don't get this confused because she tries to confuse people, okay? She tries to confuse people by saying that, I just have the felonies in New York. No. There's two different sets of felonies, okay? She's got the ones in New York and the felony in New Jersey with possibly facing a second felony, depending on how this trial goes. So, segueing into tomorrow's information, I think this is the perfect time. Let me go back to my email here. So it is going to be tomorrow. I thought I had the time. I don't have the time here, but I can get it. Either way, I'm not going to be there physically. Again, I will go ahead and put the audio request once the hearing is done. That's why I want to know what time it is. It's usually in the morning, 9 a.m. if I'm not mistaken, maybe 9:30. That way, once that's completed, I can go ahead and submit the request for that audio. And then hopefully tomorrow at some time, maybe like mid-afternoon or an afternoon time, I will be coming back up with a breaking news update, and I will be sharing with you guys that hopefully video at the least, or audio. That'll be an audio transcript of what everything happened. You'll hear, everything said. We're just not going to see any video. And then let's see here. And if for some reason that doesn't come through, either way, I'll still have an update for you as to what happened and when our next court hearing is going to be. Okay? Oh, and let me add that $5 donation here to our banner and update that. Excuse me. And again, thank you, Jilly from Philly, for your donation. All right, so that's going to make that $335. All right, save. There we go. Get that new updated banner going there. Okay. So that concludes our Controlla coverage / update. We'll have more of an update mañana or tomorrow. Let's move on to Skimask, Andy. So I'm not going to talk too much about him. We've covered him pretty good the last 2 hearings he's had. Just kind of want to give a brief summary since, it is kind of the end of week court case update, excuse me. And he did have a hearing that happened on the 1st, okay? And some of you may have missed that because we last left off with his previous hearing, which was on the 30th. And we weren't sure if that hearing on the 1st was just a typo or was going to actually happen. And it did actually happen. Now, if you weren't there the day that I broke this news, remind you what happened is, unfortunately, that day for that hearing, I was not able to put up any video or audio. Unfortunately, because of Skimask Andy having pretty much being a snitch, which he claims he's not a snitch, but clearly he is. Okay, we've seen proof of that. He's snitched pretty much every single time us, NJCourts TV channel, has been down at actual Tulsa County Courthouse. Okay, for those of you that don't remember when he was running in and told the security guard that he was an e-celebrity and that there was people here that were stalking some, you know what I mean? And then the first time he had another, he told that he's, and then the second time, that was the first time. Second time, we caught him, literally live stream, caught him walking right to the sheriff because he didn't see me. He didn't know I was there in the hallway, okay? Caught him on live stream, literally snitching to the sheriff, telling him that his stalker was there, okay? No, there's just a media representative there to cover your court case, dude. That's it, all right? So, being in typical Skimask fashion, he snitched again. And he had a fit, a little fit, a baby fit, okay? So, what the judge agreed with, and like I said, this is all through virtual, this is through a Teams meeting, okay? So, Skimask is in one different area. He's not at the courthouse, okay? Judge is in the actual courtroom. They've got everybody linked up through cameras and microphones, okay? Including myself, all right? So, the conclusion that the judge in agreement came up with me was that I would be allowed to sit in and take notes. And that was per my request, okay? I wasn't just going to fold. So you got to think, Skimask is standing there with a bunch of these prisoners behind him having an argument with the screen, okay? Yeah. And he had to hear this beautiful voice serenade that little mini jail courtroom of his, all right? But I will give you an update. So again, that's why I could not bring you the audio video. I am going to show you the previous hearing, that bond hearing, okay, in case you missed it. You can check out. As a matter of fact, we don't even have to play it. You can just find it here on the main channel. Just go to live, go to the Skimask. It's the 12:30 bond hearing, okay, if you want to check that out, all right? As a matter of fact, let's play it. Why not? It's not that long anyways. Let me get that up. And then I'll explain to you exactly what happened afterwards, okay? So he had his bond hearing on the 30th, November 30th, okay? And in that bond hearing, the judge actually went over 3 charges that he has received a bond amount for, okay? Those 3 charges at that time during that bond hearing that we're going to listen to were for the obstruction of an officer, the revocation of probation, and for a new charge he just picked up, which has to do with not paying taxes, having to do with the registration on his car. Okay. Now, there was a 4th charge that at that bond hearing, the judge had not, I guess, recognized. Okay. But it was in his paperwork. You know, the jail had seen it. All right. That came in front of the same judge the next day. Okay. And that was for his traffic hearing and not showing up to it, having to do with him for not having any registration on his car, okay? That was heard yesterday. And what I mean by heard is all they did was just assign the bond amount. And then they put, what they did is they just assigned that case to the other 3 cases that were heard. The bond hearing was held the day before. Squished all them together. And he's going to have what they have listed as a jury trial sounding, which it sounds like it's going to be that, but it's not. Well, I'll show you exactly on the notes. But either way, long story short, his next court hearing where they're going to start the process of pretty much shuffling through all the charges. And, you know, some of them he still has his right to plead guilty or not guilty to. Okay, like the obstruction of an officer, the no registration. But like the revocation of probation, that's done. Okay. He was already sentenced. He didn't do his probation. They're just going to pretty much sentence him or figure out what they want to do since he didn't do any of the stuff that they offered him. And remember, on that one, they gave him probation in lieu of 90 days in jail. So we'll find out more on the 28th. That's December 28th. What's going to happen? Let's see here. Let me just go ahead and pull up that oscn.net record. Oh, no, first we're going to listen to the bond hearing. Then I'll show you the note from yesterday. From the hearing, not yesterday, from the first, okay? The one that I was telling you exactly what happened. I'll show you the exact note that came up on the docket notes, and we'll read that together. But before that, let's take a look at that bond hearing again, okay? I think I already had that one queued up. We'll just do it the old school way. All right, let me get it queued up here. Here we go. This is me, real me.
Good morning, Mr. DeCoo. All right, Mr. DeCoo, I show you have a felony matter, CF 22-985. Can we check this felony did not get reduced to a misdemeanor?
It was. It's a misdemeanor probation.
Well, let us check CF 22-985. All right, then you do additionally have CM 23-3467, $200 bond, CM 23-1383, a $1,500 bond, and then let us review on the CF 22-985. Okay, so that is a misdemeanor. I'm going to set you on Judge Wilson's docket. You're going to go to December 28th. December 28th on all these matters at 1:30. I am appointing the public defender. I did review your affidavit. Thank you.
Is this 3 misdemeanors?
These are all misdemeanors. December 28th, 1:30.
Thank you.
All right. What do you think of all these people?
Look here, he looks up.
Hold on, Anita.
Say hi. Look at the back of his head. Oh, that was not me right now.
I'm
that
looking
was
at everybody that is
NJ.
online watching on Teams.
All right, so there you go. So again, that was not from the December 1st. Remember. Oh, hold on. Let me take my stuff off. Jeez, I even say the same thing. Hey, there you go. Anyways, that was from December. That was not from December 1st. Okay, that was from November 30th bond hearing. Okay, that day we learned, and shout out to that mod that pointed out. I think that was Ono. So shout out to you, Ono, that had pointed out when we were looking at actually his and I'll show you his paperwork, pretty much his inmate docket sheet. That looks like this. Let me bring that up here. We saw that there was a date for one of the cases, and that was for the next day. Okay, that's the one, like I said, where he had his little baby fit, and the judge just decided, in all fairness, that she let me sit in, listen, and take notes. Okay, and it was just literally like a 30-second to 1 minute. You know, hey, we're gonna just put everything together. Oh, your bond for that is this amount, and then we're gonna put everything together. Next hearing's on the 28th. That was it. So let me show you exactly here what it looks like, what you see when you look up his pretty much his bond information through the Tulsa jail system. Oh, but first, let me show you the note really quick. Since I already have this screen up, let me show you the note from the December 1st bond hearing. All right. So this is the notes from the oscn.net website. Let me change myself here. All right. That way you can see that easier. Which one was this one for? Oh, this is from the notes from his first bond hearing. Let me go back here really quick. We're going to go to the traffic ticket. There you go. So you see here at the bottom in the blue, and I got my cursor over it. That reads, again, this note is from December 1st. Judge Shannon Taylor, defendant present in custody. Court determines arrest is supported by PC, special appointment of the public defender for the purpose of bond hearing only. State represented, bond hearing held. Jury trial sounding docket passed to December 28th, 23 at 1:30 p.m. in room 158. Bond set at $334. Defendant remanded to custody. And let me show you here. It's a little bit easier to see it through the Tulsa County Jail site. Now, what he's facing as far as the bond amounts. So as of today, it's still showing that he is still incarcerated. And if we go down here, you can see where it says offenses. There you go. So the one on the first, the one that, so remember on the 30th, the judge had just gone over these three cases. The ones I listed here, CM 23-3467, CM 23-1383, and CF 22-985. December 1st, the one that bond hearing, which I couldn't, show you guys, I couldn't record or even record audio or video. That's where she added the bond amount of the $334, and that had to do with his traffic ticket of having no registration. Now you can see the court dates are all the same for all four of these, and that's going to be for December 28th. So right now, his total bond amount will be $200 plus $1,500 plus $1,500 plus another $334. Okay, that's going to be what? $3,534. All right. So, thank you, Nervy, for doing that math. All right, so that kind of just finishes the coverage, a little kind of update on what's going on with Skimask Andy. We'll find out more come the 28th as to what's going to happen. Oh, for some of you that were wondering, well, what does it mean, jury trial sounding docket? Let me show you what that means, okay? I'll actually give you the exact definition of that. Hold on. All right, you guys see it at the top here? I'll read it to you, okay? Jury trial sounding docket. This means you will be given the choice to plead guilty to the charges against you in exchange for having your charges or sentence reduced. Many misdemeanor cases are settled at this point with no need for a trial. So pretty much, long story short, it's just going to be whether he's going to plead guilty or not guilty, okay? And whether or not at that point, if they're even going to offer him a plea deal. Hey, looks like we've got a few things going on here. I'm sorry about that. Baseline measure. Holy moly. Baseline with turning 8 months of a member today. Baseline, you are an official triple OG, my friend. And Baseline has a message that says, hope everyone has a great holiday. Best wishes. Baseline, I hope you have a great holiday, Baseline measure. And I hope you have best wishes to you. Sorry. Baseline measure, thank you again for your continued support as an 8th month member of the jury, my friend. Spam them if you got them, please. And then we've got ICU with a $2 super chat that reads blank. So I think you just wanted to say, hey, thank you or something. But either way, ICU, thank you so much for that $2 super chat, and I appreciate your support. Spam them if you got them. This gavel slam goes out to you, my friend. All right. So, let's see here. What am I doing? Stop sharing. Okay, there I am. I'm back. All right, let me go back to chat here. All right, so that concludes our little coverage on Skimask Andy. Let me show you one last little kind of clip here I want to share with you. This kind of touches a little bit to do with the MGL coverage, okay? One thing I want to share about that, well, there was a few things. Let me see. What did I have here? Oh, 2 things. I have a link that, so remember when we were looking at, I think at the time, we were reading something that had to do like what the possible sentencing is for somebody that has like 4 DUIs. Well, the reason we were looking at that is at the time we were aware that Michelle had, and again, this is what we're alleging, okay, 4 DUIs, but they were not all from the state of Georgia, okay, where she's just gotten her current DUI charged against her, allegedly against her, all right? In that state, she allegedly already has 1 DUI. So if she's found guilty, of this DUI, that would be 2 DUIs, okay? Making a total of 4 total, allegedly, 3 for right now, facing a total of 4, but 2 of them, well, 1 right now for sure in Georgia, facing a possible second one in Georgia. So at the time when we were reading, well, what is the possible sentence for somebody that has 4 DUIs in Georgia? That probably is not going to be very accurate because, again, this individual is just facing possibly a second DUI in Georgia. So I have now the updated information as far as what somebody possibly is looking at facing is when it comes to punishment or sentencing, when it comes to getting their second DUI in the state of Georgia. And I want to share that with you. The other thing I want to share with you is a quick clip having to do with a statement that this individual made in regards to myself, and the channel. Just want to share that with you. Pretty much after that, I'm not going to even comment or reply on any of these statements. Just going to ignore them. Obviously, these are just like crazy delusional threats, which we've heard pretty much from every single individual we cover on this channel, especially when it comes down to a live coverage of their hearing. Always get the threats, okay? Nothing new. I just want you guys to hear it. But like I said, after this, I'm not going to continue replaying anything like has to do with that. Only thing I'm going to be even talking when it comes to discussing that individual is if it has to do with court notes or anything that, you know, is part of a FOIA request, or it just finally being the day that I'm there and I'm, you know, live streaming anything I can from that court case. Okay. But this banter that she wants me to get into with her. Yeah. And again, thank you for everybody that reaches out to me that's pointed that out. Do not worry. I know very much about this lady. Probably not as much as a lot of you do, certainly, okay? But I know how she acts and the way she works because she's the same as a lot of the other people that I've covered, okay? And once you've covered one of those type of delusional narcissists, they're pretty much all the same. So I know what type of bantering game she wants to get into, and I'm not going to be part of that. But I just want to show you something. I just want to show you how delusional this person is, okay? And then that's it, I promise. But first off, let's start with the clip. And while we're playing the clip, then I'll get the I'll bring up that little website that tells you exactly what the possible, you know, what she's facing if she's found guilty of the second DUI in the state of Georgia. The clip. How did I have that clip? How did I send it to myself? Oh, I got it through email. Let me just download it really quick. Hold on. Okay, let me get it up here. Video file. There we go. All right.
I also emailed the chief.
All right, here we go. Okay, ready? I'm about to start it right now.
I also emailed the chief of police today because of you New Jersey courts. I'm like, so I'm expected that I'm going to have 100% police protection from the sheriff's department, since you're already fundraising and fucking whacking a plastic fucking gavel, acting like a fucking maniac. Yeah, the sheriff's department's already.
Whoa. We are definitely paused for the cause. What the hell? No way. I see you. Well, Michelle, you're about to get a bunch. You want to see what a whack of the gavel is? You're about to hear what a whack of the gavel is. I see you with the $300 super chat that reads, "You're the best." I see you. Damn, I couldn't even smash it. That gavel slam goes out to you. Holy moly. I almost want to pull this thing or whatever in my back again. Oh my God. All right, I see you. I'm going to have to owe you a humongous IOU for a crab dance, okay? But I promise it's coming. I promise. But in the meantime, you're going to get some more of the gavel slams. We broke it. Thank you so much for that $300 super chat. You're the best. Holy moly. That goes out to you, I see you. Oh, man, I don't even think it's going to be a crab dance extravaganza now. This is going to be it's going to have to be like a crab dance festival, like 3 days of crab dancing. Spam them gavels if you got them, chat. Woo! God, that hurt already there just doing that. Ah! I want to crab dance so bad. All right, let's start that. Definitely a pause for the cause. I'll restart this here so that way we can listen to that clip again. But I think that pretty much seals the deal that we shall be purchasing our ticket here very soon to head over to Georgia. And we just got some more super chats. Hold on, or excuse me, cash apps. Give me 1 second. Let me just say thank you to the earlier cash app here. Oops. And then also, ICU. If for some reason that was an accident and it was supposed to read $2.99, please contact me and we'll try to figure it out through YouTube. But just in case, okay, I will work with you. I'm not a meanie like that, okay? But if that was really a $300 donation and you meant it, hey, and it doesn't matter, even a $2.99, I love it. But just in case you didn't mean it, just let me know. So we just got a Cash App donation, and this is from Sharon. Sharon, thank you so much for that $5 Cash App. Sharon, you're just gonna, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. I can fix the gavel. I forgot. This is the mini one, man. Look it. That's why I love the mini gavel. Well, it almost is completely annihilated. There won't be any more fixing of it pretty soon. But Sharon, and spam them if you got them. This gavel slam goes out to you, my friend. Again, thank you so much for that $5 Cash App. And it reads, for doing what you do. Lots of love coming back at you, my friend. And then we just got another Cash App. Okay, now this person, I don't know if you want to stay anonymous or not, because I don't think I've ever gotten a donation from you before. Okay, so let's see here. I got your Instagram, okay? Don't worry, whoever sent that, I got it. But we've got, where's the other one here? Sorry about that. Okay, so we just got a $20 Cash App. Now, if that person wants to stay anonymous, I will leave you anonymous, and it reads, for Meti Travel Fund. But because I've never gotten one from you, I'm not sure if you want to stay anonymous. If you don't, just shout yourself out in the chat. That way I can shout you out. But if you're going to stay anonymous, that is perfectly fine. So I want to say thank you to whether you want to stay anonymous or not, to that $20 Cash App. Here you go. And spam them in chat if you got them. Gavel, 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 gavel time. All right. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. All right. Let me just respond to this really quick. Okay, there we go. All right. So I think I got everybody's shout outs. Let me just make sure I didn't miss that last person, just in case they did want to get shouted out. And I didn't see anything, so I think they wanted to stay anonymous. So anonymous, thank you again so much. Sharon, thank you so much. We had Jilly from Philly early on the Cash App. Thank you so much. I see you. Thank you so much. Baseline measure, thank you so much. And again, I see you. If that's a complete mistake, no worries. Okay. I think you can just pretty much, I'll try to figure it out, but I think the easiest way is just going to be to just call your card company or whatever and let them know that it was a mistake, and they'll just take that off. I'm pretty sure that's the easiest way to do it. All right. But like I said, no worries if that was a mistake. Okay. And if that happens, please, I'm not going to be upset at all means. I understand. But I just want to make sure, if it was a mistake, obviously that, you, like I said, I think the best way is just going to be to just have them refund it, or just say that you made a mistake and they'll refund it back. All right. So let me replay this clip from the start to finish. And again, like I said, I just want you guys to hear the type of delusional shit that these narcissistical people say, okay? Now, mind you, this person is facing a serious DUI charge. We're going to read here in a second what they possibly could be facing sentence-wise, since it's their second one in the state of Georgia, possibly going to be their fourth one total, which if that doesn't scream, I need help, what does, right? All right. Here you go. Start to finish. Let me start this over again. And
I also emailed the chief.
All right, there we go.
I also emailed the chief of police today because of the NJCourts. I'm like, so I'm expected that I'm going to have 100% police protection from the sheriff's department, since you're already fundraising and fucking whacking a plastic fucking gavel, acting like a fucking maniac. Yeah, the sheriff's department's already watching you. And
oh,
if you
really?
don't know, I live in a very small town.
Hello,
The
Sheriff Department.
Sheriff's Department.
You know what's funny is if I actually believed any of that, I would sit here and just play all of Michelle's videos showing when she's driving intoxicated, you know, hitting curbs, doing all the other crazy shit she does. But because I don't believe any of that, that would just be a waste of my time. And just honestly, like I said, it's just with these people these people that are just like insane narcissists, okay? Like Skimask. They don't care if the attention's negative. As long as it's attention, that's what they're like their drug, okay? That's what gets them high, all right? That's what they feed off of. She doesn't care if I'm playing videos of her smacking into a tree all day long, drunk as hell. She's going to enjoy it because it's her, okay? But let me tell you something, Michelle. You're so delusional. Did you actually even hear what you just said? You literally said that you called your sheriff to let them know that I, NJCourts, am smacking a plastic gavel now on my channel and that you need now police protection because I may be going to your court hearing. Did I get that right? All right. Anyways, you guys get the picture. All right, you guys, that was my, oh, wait, let's look and see what possibly can happen on a second DUI. That I am interested in, all right? Let's see. That, I believe, was a link. Let me get that up. Ah, yes, it is. Let me get that pulled up here. Super Roofer! Super Roofer at the $2 super chat with the link. I'm guessing you want me to click on said link, Super Roofer. Let me just, actually, let's click on the link. Let's click on the link. Let's click on that link first, and then we'll take a look at what possible sentencing MGL faces if she is found guilty of this second DUI. Ooh, I don't know if it's going to let me from here. Hold on. Let me pull it from the other. Ah, here it is. All right, let's share this video that Super Roofer was so kind to donate. Super Roofer and Sheriff of whatever county that Michelle's from, if you're watching, thank you, Super Roofer! All right, let's take a look at this clip here that Super Roofer sent to us. All right, let's see here. Show clip, share screen. This one's titled, Michelle Goes Live Thinking It's Cool to Drink and Drive. She needs help. Let's take a look. And it looks like, let me just shout out this channel for this clip here. Bitch Talks Something. Didn't show me the complete name of it. Let's see. What is it? Oh, Bitch Talks FAFO. So shout out to you for the clip. Oh, wait. Wrong one. That's a movie. All right, here we go.
Hi guys, 377. Sabbath the play nice. I did. 6s are bad numbers for me. Educated, yeah. Have you heard her speak? Heard who speak? You're gonna steal my car? Where's my haters? Where's my haters at? You're gonna steal my car. All right, haters. This is a real beer. See? It's capped. Fuck you. It's 9:38 in the morning. Cheers. Oops, I'm drinking and driving. Oh, those are Clinky beer cans. The other two were Starbucks. I'm drinking and driving.
You got it, Roofer. Hold on.
I never understand, as long as in life, people's life situations. It's 9:30 in the morning. I'm drinking a beer and I'm driving my Jeep. Ooh, those are beer bottles. The other two are Starbucks. Cheers.
All right, it's at 0.75 speed.
I'm
Whoa!
drinking and driving on purpose. Holy cow.
Well, there you go, Sheriff.
Come on, get pissed off.
If you're watching,
totally
Sheriff
pissed off
of whatever county Michelle's from,
Come on, freak out.
Sheriff Jolly, there you go.
Freak out.
Well, she endorses them like they're best friends.
I totally want to piss
Wow,
you off today.
you got to be kidding me. This is
Come on,
I've never
find me,
seen
call
this.
the cops. Find me. Get the YouTube, please. I am drinking and driving at 9:39 in the morning.
Holy moly.
You asked for this. I'm asking for it. Pictures. Y'all want to put me in jail? In AA, they call that drinking at someone. Yeah, I'm drinking at someone. Oh my God, they got a roadblock. Look at all the state troopers. Hurry, y'all got my license plate number.
Not on top of the fact that she's also
horrible
distracted
person
looking at her phone, smoking and drinking a beer. What the fuck?
Oh, nah, man. Why? Why? To piss y'all off. Please, Michelle, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Oh, cut it out! It's trashy. It's so trashy. I know, it's so trashy. I'm a trashy little hoe. I'm a trashy little hoe. I'm speeding too. I'm doing 60. Nah, this is not apple juice. This is beer. I just popped the top. Nah, this is not apple juice. This is Bud Light Lime. I'm drinking and driving.
This is unbelievable.
Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Look how much beer I've drank already. Just doing it to piss you off. I know. I know. Lord have mercy. Everybody clip it. Clip it. Clip it. Hurry, clip it. Did I eat breakfast? No, I'm drinking on an empty stomach. What highway I'm on? E.T. has gotten a text and is watching. No, he's not. He's sleeping. It's 8:42 in New Orleans. I know. I drove 3 whole miles. Holy cannoli. I'm home. I drove 3 whole miles. 3 whole miles. 3 whole miles. I drank 3 sips of beer. Ha ha ha. Assholes. She's drinking and driving. She drove 3 minutes. She drove 3 minutes to her house. I'm triggered. I'm triggered. I'm absolutely triggered. I'm so triggered. She drove 3 miles. I drove 3 miles. It was funny. 3 miles. Idiots. They do support it. They think it's funny because I drove 3 miles. They think it's absolutely fucking hilarious because I drove 3 miles.
This person has some
3 miles.
serious things going on.
Oh, they do support it. They think it's funny. I had 3 sips of a beer just to piss you off.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I'm
This
home
ain't
and I'm
my
not
first
driving.
Michelle video, but
I'm not driving.
that right there,
I'm not
I
driving.
witnessed. That tells me a lot. That is fucked up. That person is 1, an alcoholic. 2, they're what they just did right there was so disgusting. The fact that they could have hurt somebody, killed somebody. I mean, the fact that they're drinking, probably intoxicated, okay, distracted, watching live streaming themselves, smoking a cigarette with the other hand. That was a fucking accident waiting to happen. And obviously they didn't stop because they continue to drink and drive because they were caught doing it recently, allegedly. That's crazy. That to see that type of, I mean, let's just put it this way, okay? You don't think I've never heard of people that got 8 DUIs, 10 DUIs? Oh yeah, there's some fucking nutbag crazy people that are just, they just won't stop until they're either dead or arrested or in jail the rest of their life, okay? It's sad. This individual right here, but where I'm going with that is those people, do you think they're filming themselves? No, okay? This person has the same problem as those people that I'm telling you about. But to actually film yourself, that's where that even takes it over that level where I didn't even think you could top off what these people are going through and just how mentally just whatever they are to be so fucked up that they're getting 8, 10 DUIs and continuing to do it. But like I said, they don't film themselves doing it. This person does. That tells me on top of being an alcoholic that this person, like I said it before, is a narcissist level 12, okay? I mean, that's insane. And she wants to sit there and deny all this shit that's happening to her with the record that she already has for DUIs. And then when you've got videos of this floating the internet, that's insane. That's crazy. That blew my mind. All right, let's look at what she's going to be facing then. I'm curious. Again, this just give you an idea. This isn't, exactly, okay? Let's just give you an idea of what possibly she could be facing if she's convicted of a second DUI in the state of Georgia. Right, so this is from the Lawson and Berry website. This is just an attorney, an attorney's website. So it reads, and I'll read this with you here just in case you guys can't see it. But it reads, have you been arrested for your second DUI in Georgia? A second DUI in Georgia can be a very serious problem. You may be facing serious jail time, driver's license suspension without a limited permit to drive. You may be forced into a Georgia DUI court program, which is a forced treatment program supervised by the court. Act quickly to protect your rights and your very freedom. All right, so that's just the bullshit from the lawyer. Let's go here. Let's just go straight to the bottom. Well, let's actually start from the top. Let's read here. Let's see what they have to say. So, second DUI charges in Georgia offer more severe penalties, but are still traditionally treated as misdemeanor offenses. Georgia law demands that a second DUI conviction warrants a required minimum penalty of 3 days of jail time. Prosecuting attorneys and judges, however, may give you significantly more jail time upon conviction. It varies widely by jurisdiction, but 10 to 90 days for a second DUI in a short amount of time is not uncommon. In Georgia, you will also face a driver's license suspension of up to 18 months. Most often, your sentence will start without a limited permit being made available. Most often, your sentence will start without a limited permit being made available. So you're going to have to apply for that, is what it's saying. In addition, you will likely be subject to the requirement of an ignition interlock device being installed in your car prior to your license being reinstated. The minimum required hours of community service are 240 hours. That's the minimum. and DUI school, as well as clinical school, and as well as clinical alcohol and drug evaluations and treatment recommendations are also required. You may also face the required surrender of the license plates of vehicles you own and may face public scrutiny with your photograph published in local papers. Absolutely. To top it off, fines and fees will also be assessed during the process. For at least the 4 months and up to the first 12 months, there can be no permit to drive whatsoever. So here we go. Common punishments for second DUI in Georgia can include $12 to 36 months of probation, depending on whether there are other associated offenses. Fines of $600 to $1,000. 90 days to 12 months in jail. A minimum of 3 days must be served. However, few people only get 3 days. 240 hours of community service. License suspension for at least a year, with the possibility of getting a limited permit. An ignition interlock. Surrender of license plate. 17 weeks of alcohol and drug counseling. Mandatory treatment, red stripe on the license, DUI court programs, publication of photo in the local newspaper at your own expense. Let's see here. The summary of the new law in regards to a second DUI in Georgia as follows. The maximum penalty for a second DUI conviction in Georgia within a 10-year period is 12 months incarceration and a $1,000 fine plus court surcharges. So that could be important because I think somebody was saying in chat that she was claiming that her last DUI was 5 years ago. Well, it doesn't matter because listen what it says. The maximum, where am I getting that? I cannot say that word. The maximum penalty for a second DUI conviction in Georgia within a 10-year period is 12 months incarceration and a $1,000 fine plus court surcharges. The minimum penalty is 72 hours in jail with credit for time served after arrest and a $600 fine. Other mandatory requirements are 30 days community service, DUI school, 12 months probation less any time served in jail, and a clinical evaluation and any recommended substance abuse treatment. If this is your second DUI conviction within 5 years, you are also required to pay a $25 fee to publish a notice of your conviction and your photograph in your county newspaper and surrender the license plates to any vehicle registered in your name. That's kind of interesting because I wonder if this has to go on, if her having to do with this kind of like her other car being totaled out and her now being in somebody else's type of car. I don't know if any of that has to do with her trying to avoid any of this, which it's not going to, I mean, let's see. If this is your second DUI conviction in 5 years, your license will be suspended for a minimum period of 18 months. The first 120 days is a hard suspension, and thereafter you can apply for a restricted permit that will allow you to drive for a limited purposes conditioned upon the installation of an ignition interlock device for a minimum of 12 months. After the period expires requiring an internet interlock device, you can apply for a limited permit without the ignition interlock device restriction. You must keep the limited permit for the final 2 months of your 18-month license suspension. So there you go. They will suspend her license for a minimum of 18 months. Now, unless she can show a real reason that why she needs one. And remember, the first 120 days, which is going to be 4 months, it doesn't matter. She still doesn't have a license. They're saying after 4 months, if she can show that she has a valid reason, she's got a job, they'll give her the license, but that's going to be with an interlock. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are going to apply because of this being, you know, even 5 years ago, within 10 years. So again, that's just to give you an idea. Oops, hold on. Did I miss a dono? I'm sorry, Roofer. I'm on a different screen here. Let me jump back over here. My bad. Super Roofer with a second $2 donation. It looks like we have another video link. Thank you so much again for that video link donation. This Gavel Slam goes out to you. I appreciate your continued support, Super Roofer. And let's take a look at this video. Give me 1 second. Let's jump back over here.
Numbers for me.
All right. I think this is it, my friend. Ends in 5J9. Oh, wait, no. Ends in... Fax me. Okay, let's see if this is it. Oh, wait, nope. There we go. All right, my bad. I got the correct link up now. Okay, here we go. This is the link that Superroofer just shared, and let's go ahead and play that. Here we go. And this is from Taylor Love's channel. I'm going to go ahead and share that link. I definitely would recommend you subscribe or at least check it out. And shout out to Taylor Love for all of their hard work in exposing this individual. Let's get this on a bigger screen.
Hold on.
Slow it down.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm just going to put it on normal speed. Hold on.
Hit a curb. That was great. Hold on.
Whoa! What the hell?
Are you there? Hit a curb. That was great.
Wait a minute. Let's play that again.
Right over the curb.
Me.
Oops. Hold on.
This is a different time then.
Are you there? Hit a curb. That was great. Right over the curb. Oops. I'm gonna get home. I can't see what it's in. I went right over the curb in my 4x4. Oops. So hang on.
Hold on. I'm going to play that again.
Okay. Hold on. Are you there? You hit a curb. That was great. Right over the curb. Oops. I'm I'm gonna get home. I can't see what it's saying. I went right over the curb in my 4x4. Oops. So hang on. Hold on. Okay. Here's the house. The driveway that's so sick. Look, my dogwood tree like started blooming, and my azalea bushes are thinking about.
That's crazy. See, you see right there? That's just what she's shown on live stream, okay? If I don't know how long this problem with her drinking and driving has been going on for, but I can tell you that there is probably way more occurrences that have happened from, just being under the influence of whatever it was at that time. I saw in chat, people were saying something about she had just came out of a surgery from the hospital and that there was a possibility she could have been on some alleged pain pills. Either way, you can see she's clearly distracted. She's got that chat going on. She's driving with her live stream. That's just crazy. I'm just going to tell you that right there. I mean, and that's what I was saying is I don't know how long she's had this problem for, but if this is just what we're seeing on her live streaming, you bet you that she has hit way more, many curbs, Lord knows what else, okay? Possibly other cars, maybe takes off, hit and run type of stuff. Again, I'm just making allegations, but I'm just saying, that can't just be it. From somebody that's a serious or a serial drunk driver, no way, okay, you're telling me that they have not hit other cars or other things before, okay? Just wasn't live. That's insane. That person right there does not need to be on the road, okay? Anybody that lives in their county, nearby counties, should be in danger on a high alert from somebody like that. That's nuts, okay? That's crazy that she's literally bragging while she's drinking and on a live stream. Blows. I mean, I thought I've seen it all. Holy moly. Wow. Thanks for sharing those links, Super Roofer. And I don't know if I had a chance, but this is the link to to Taylor Loves. But what did I say last time? I was almost going to say it again. The actor's name. Oh, that was funny. Oh, Super Roofer with another $2 donation super chat with the link. Let's check it out. Again, thank you so much, Super Roofer, for your continued support. Slam them. Spam them if you got them, please. And let's check out this link. Give me 1 second, my friend. Man, are you going to blow my mind some more, Super Roofer? I don't know if I can be mind blown anymore. You're kind of scaring me here. I'm almost afraid to click on this link. Let's see. All right, so this looks like this clip's going to be from I See What You Can't. And really quick, before we play that, we've got TT with the $5 super chat that reads, this is towards the Michelle Fund. TT, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. This gavel slam goes out to you. We'll definitely add that right now. So we were at, what, 335. That will put us at 340. Actually, hold on. We've got the 2 4. Actually, I'll update that here in a second. But Thank you so much. Much appreciated for your support, TT. And we'll definitely add that towards the Michelle Travel Fund. All right, Super Roofer, I got your link up and ready to go. So without further ado, let's share that other link that Super Roofer has shared with us. This comes from I See What You Can't. Here is her link, or I don't know if it's a he or her. Sorry, I think I've subscribed to that channel, but not sure if I've actively watched them. So either way, that is the link to that channel. This clip is coming from them. I believe that's this one here. Yep. All right, let's get this in a bigger mode. And here we go. You got what? Whoa, egg texting. That's a new one. Man, she's about that close to putting her elbow on top of that griddle. Maybe she already does have her elbow on top of the griddle. She just doesn't smell her skin burning. You gotta be kidding me.
1 hour later.
I gotta think that's trolling, man. But you can't really say. We will sit here and think that that could be. But honestly, at this point, I'll definitely, it's a 50-50 for me. Because if this is not trolling, this is not okay. And if you're saying this is the condition this person gets in a car like, that is definitely not okay. Ono says this was alcohol and Xanax, toast texting. It was not, she admitted to everyone. I mean, I've seen people on those type of, especially Xanax and alcohol combination, do some crazy shit. So I can believe it. I just, oh man, that's... And this person's how old again? Man, you would think I feel like I'm literally been just watching like clips from like, you know, people that were back in their crazy high school days. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just still like just shocked to just still remind myself that like, you know, no, like the Controlla clips, you know, of her trying to set up a fight at a rest stop when she's got a court hearing tomorrow. You know, I think like I'm literally watching a little 16-year-old, you know, this shit of watching Michelle brag about driving drunk. doing this shit like we just watched right now. This is a person that supposedly is a mom that's got a family. She tries to brag that she's a professional at whatever job she claims she's working at. Yeah, get the hell out of here. There's no way that you're holding on down a job when you've got a substance abuse problem like that. That's just crazy. And to sit there and want to make fun of other people, that's what just bothers me, because this person clearly has got a serious problem. And that's the sad thing is if they don't recognize it themselves, just like we saw with Skimask, okay, it gets really dangerous, because until these people are, pretty much put in jail, it's just like almost like a loaded gun just sitting there on a public street, okay? I mean, it's dangerous, very dangerous. And I mean, if you're telling me that, this individual, Michelle, is still driving right now, because I believe last time I heard she was given some type of loaner car from her boyfriend, whatever you want to call that guy. I mean, I don't even know if she's even allowed to be driving right now based on what I just read. Now, again, that could be convicted. What we read is if you're convicted, remember, you got to be convicted first, okay? But it'd be interesting to look at, though, if she's on some type of, what should be on some type of temporary license, or if she's even supposed to be driving. But that individual, I'll tell you, if they don't themselves want to fix themselves, we better hope that they do go to jail and that they get some type of help in jail. Because I'll tell you, if she's not going to get any help, and she's not going to get any help herself, and she's going to not go to jail, I guarantee you that person's going to hurt somebody. They're going to get in another DUI. And who's to say at that other DUI that they don't kill or hurt somebody? Man. Yeah, I remember she got in some other trouble about with having to do with something to do with that a 911 call. I'm not too sure whatever happened from that, but we can definitely look into it. If no other information's been put out by any other creators, because like I said, there's I don't even know if there's probably 5 or plus more channels now that covers Michelle specifically. So I'd have to check around to see if that, if anybody's mention anything, as far as an update onto what happened in regards to that. But I'll certainly look into it. But I do remember that wasn't too long ago that she got that charge with having something to do with like harassment of a 911 operator, something like that along those lines. So Ladybug saying she supposedly got a 180-day license when she was released from jail. Well, it sounds like what we were reading right here on the, let's see here. See if that kind of is what we were reading here with the 180 days. So as of January 1st, 2013, there's the possibility of a limited permit after 120 days. Well, actually, no. That's after 120 days. What's weird is when I read was that, let's see. It says in Georgia, you will also face a driver's license suspension of up to 18 months. Most often, your sentence will start without a limited permit being made available. So they're saying you will not even get the limited permits until after 120 days. In addition, you will likely be subject to the requirement of an ignition interlock. So even if I could believe that, I would imagine she'd have at the minimum an ignition interlock with that temporary license. So I can't really believe that just based on what I'm reading. Now, I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying, what she's saying. But either way, we're going to find out more. Like I said, these people always lie. soon as the court public information, the court notes start coming out, everything is going to come out, you know. Let's be honest, says she's been this way for over 30 years. She lost custody of 3 children. Man. Well, Roofer, thank you for sharing those clips. And again, I appreciate your support. I'm going to total up everything, especially because, like I said, I'm going to hold off on totaling up. I think I've gotten in touch with the person that sent that donation, and it looks like it was a mistake. So, and again, and I figured, so by all means, we'll get that handled. We're not gonna have that person lose out on $300 because they were trying to do a $2.99 super chat, because I know mistakes happen. So I just want to give you guys a correct total once I figured out what the donations are going to look like. Now that we know, okay, I mean, pretty much, let's just do this. We can give you a roundabout. Let's see here: 2, 4, 6, another 11. 2, 4, 6, 11, 12, 13. Plus, we did receive some cash apps here. Let me total those up here. 15. 35. Yeah, so I'm just going to round it up to $50, okay? And again, that doesn't include, I'm not even, that $2.99, I will tell you, was a mistake, okay? And I'm sorry that happens, but trust me, I can, it happens. So we're gonna add $50 to the $335. That's gonna give us a total of $385, almost $400. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys' support today. Let's update that now. Banner. Update. That's going to bring us to 385. Awesome. Save. There's the new updated banner. Okay. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any other shout outs in chat. Okay. Nope. Everything looks good. Awesome. So again, yes, thank you guys so much. I appreciate everybody's support this whole month, last month. Like I said, we're almost at $400 for our attending MGL hearing in Georgia court case fund. We've got, that hearing was going to be February 7th, unless something changes, and I'll let you know. But unless nothing does, February 7th is the next hearing for that individual, Michelle Sabate. And then the case moves forward. Salty, there is no cutoff date. I accept donations because even on the road. So no cutoff date for that. I'd like to get my ticket, whether I'm going to be going on bus or plane or if I'm going to drive. I think if I can get it early enough, plane or bus is going to be the best route, best way to go about getting over there, especially because you can get those tickets cheap now. When we get closer to that date, that's when the tickets start getting more pricier. And that's when I've had to drive to a lot of places just because there's just no way I'm going to pay the ticket amount for round trip airfare when it's just so much cheaper to drive. But being that we've still got some good time out, I think here very soon, we can definitely look at purchasing a round trip plane ticket, of course, with insurance. I always get insurance just in case that date changes. We're not out that money, okay? We just rechange the date. and you're just out the insurance, which is not bad to put that insurance. So there is really no cutoff date. I mean, up until after that court hearing, of course. And then we've got some other cases too that are going to be, I see people in chat, we're asking about some of the other cases. Don't forget, we've got stuff going on after the year. All right, with the Jimmy the Christian case, we've got the Trina the Golden case. Most likely, or not even most likely, we know the Controlla court hearing is going to probably go past the beginning of the year easily. Skimask Andy court hearing will probably go past, continuing over the year. So definitely got our plate full for the next, couple of months after the new year. I'm going on a little road trip here pretty soon. Like I said, I hope to surprise you guys with a really fun polar plunge. Some good fun IRL. As a matter of fact, tonight I might do a little IRL. So if you guys are bored or want to, join me on a little adventure, I'm going to check out some Christmas light stuff tonight, New Mexico style. Okay. So that should be really fun and interesting, and I'm pretty like 90% sure I'm going to live stream that. So I'm hoping to catch you guys back tonight if you want to hang out with me. But yeah, got a lot of stuff to finish up the year, and a lot of stuff continuing with the new year. So again, I appreciate everybody's continued support. That's what's literally has allowed this channel to grow, is allow this channel to continue to provide the coverage it has now going over a year. And I want to say thank you to you guys. That's the only reason it's even existed and has even continued to grow, is because of your guys' support, your guys' donations, all the new members, whether it's in the jury, just memberships with channels, everything helps. The likes, comments, everybody hanging out in chat. I appreciate y'all. All right, you guys, let me get this off of here. I think that is going to conclude tonight, or not tonight's, we're not there yet, today's show. Again, I should be coming back later this evening. I believe this event starts around 5 o'clock my time. It's just a 3-hour event. So that would be 7 o'clock Eastern time. So I'll probably put a notification on if I am going to do this as a live stream, like around 4 my time, which would be 6 o'clock Eastern time. Yeah, I'll put out a notification, definitely like a good 30 minutes or hour prior to doing that live stream. But looks like it's probably going to be, like I said, a go. And that should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that, as long as it's not windy and it's not super cold. So pretty much as long as the weather's not shitty, that's the only thing that would keep me from not going to it. And that's the only reason why I haven't said, oh no, it's 100% for sure. But like I said, it's pretty much a 90% go. All right, you guys. So look forward to tonight's live streaming going on. Tomorrow we'll have an update on what's going on with the Controlla court case. All right. That's going to be a good one. I think tomorrow we're going to find out whether she was accepted or denied into the PTI program. All right. And again, if you missed some of this, you're just joining us now, this VOD will continue to stay up, as well as all of our other videos. Catch the replay. As a matter of fact, shout out to my replay crew. Shout out to the replay gang. I'm definitely not going to be saying NJCourts is out, because like I said, I'll see you guys tonight. So with that being said, you guys have a great rest of your afternoon. Thank you again for joining me today, this morning. As always, keep that head on a swivel. Don't forget to check your 6. And like I always say, try to take some time to love somebody. Even if it's your dog, man, your cat. Just love, okay? It helps. It's going to make you more positive. All right, y'all. I love you. I hope you have, like I said, a great rest of your afternoon. I hope you will join me this evening. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow, mañana, okay? And I'm not going to be officially out, so I'm just going to say peace. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. I'd really appreciate it. All right, y'all. Take care. We'll see you a little bit later. Adios, mis amigos. Oh, yeah. Gavel, gavel.